You ready to start fighting for real?
Booyah, boys. Wait till I get back to Melbourne. I mean, it's going to take probably a few, a few decades for the Earth to fully recover, but, I mean, it is recovering. It's in the process of recovering, I'm just saying. We're not miracle workers, we're just the warriors of light. Now when we go back to Crescent Lake, while they're properly expecting us, they'll give us a canoe. So we can go out and about. And then we get some choices, some open-ended choices, boys. Son, were you all as proud as I was that the Black Mage was the one that fucking put Lich in his place? The melee couldn't hold a candle to his Firagas, boy. He's just T-posing, dying to cast Blizzard. Just laughing to himself as the ogres flail impotently at his teammates. Almost feels bad for him for a brief moment. It's like that time Brock Sampson almost felt bad for that guy whose neck he broke. That Dr. Venture resurrected as some kind of horrible Venture Stein. When he was in like that LSD dolphin dream. But then he came to his senses, son. He got a stern talking to. It was like, no killing henchmen. That's what you do, son. You're a hero. We got a lot of money now, at least. I don't believe there was any other magic we wanted from here that we could get at the moment. I would love to learn life, but like I said, I got a class upgrade for that. And I'll never get Diaga and Healara, son. My two Thundercats OCs. Okay. He could learn Scourge, which is like a poison cloud. Poison smoke terminated, I believe is how they phrased it in the original game. These spells aren't useful enough to be worried about learning right this second. Teleport would be really useful. It warps you back a floor. So when we were leaving the Earth Cave, we could have got out of there real quick. But they decided Black Mages shouldn't ought to know it. I mean, I could understand if the Red Mage had to upgrade a Red Wizard to learn it. But let my boy, the Black Mage, let my boy teleport you out the dungeon. Son, why you got to do this to him? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. The thing I'm most nervous about playing through this, because I haven't seen like all the redesigns and everything. I'm playing through it for the first time. Pause, or right now in the comments for this episode. By the time this goes up, I might have already passed this point in the game. But give your prediction on whether, when the Black Mage upgrades the Black Wizard, if we're going to get cool, no-hat, spiky hair Black Wizard from the original Final Fantasy, or if we're just going to get a more fancy guy in a straw hat whose face you can't see. Because OG Final Fantasy is the only time that the Black Mage got to take that hat off, son. And he was so secretly handsome. Where the hell are we going? Oh yeah, Crescent Lake. But yeah, it would be cool. But then again, like the little Black Mage in the hat with the yellow eyes, and like he rivals the Chocobo and the Moogle as being like the symbols of Final Fantasy, son. That even like video game normies would recognize. So I could understand how they'd be like, it's off-brand to have the Black Mage have cool spiky anime hair when he's a Black Wizard. Just give him a bigger hat. The kids will appreciate it. No, it's the Tenfey who's wrong. I'd have to say, of the main melee characters in our party, including the Red Mage, I like the Red Mage's I'm about to go board you pose the best. Probably because he has that cloak. Of course, I don't even really know what the Black Mage's looks like. I haven't paid attention. Alright, we'll let the Black Mage melee in this fight. And see what he looks like when he's poised. He just kind of stands there. He's not T-posing to assert dominance. He's just kind of wondering what the hell's going on. When I told him to go out there and melee with his knife, he's like, what? It's like, I thought this was decorative. I thought it had an int buff on it. Okay. Yeah, boys. Crescent Lake, here I come. We ain't gonna have to walk around this lake again after our next visit, because they're finally gonna give us the canoe, which allows us to sail across rivers. Gotta be careful though, rivers have got tough monsters in them. Some Neochos and Hydras. They love rivers. You ever played Dark Souls? You can't keep them fucking Hydras out of the rivers. I wondered if we were going to make it to town without having to fight. Fuck it. I should just be casting Firaga every turn because I'm just going to sleep at the inn every time I get to a town. It's like in the Final Fantasy randomizer when they find a shop that's selling houses for like 400 gold. They'll just buy a stack of 30. And like every 2 fights, they'll just use a house and have all their spell charges back. How spoiled. I gotta say, in the overall run, especially because I'm recording a playthrough for y'all, I appreciate how quickly the end happens. They don't dilly-dally around. Alright, was there any other armor we wanted to buy earlier, but we were too flat busted? A pair of mithril gloves would make the fighter real excited. Well, why not? He's taking a lot of hits all day, son. He deserves it. As far as weapons go, I believe we already maxed out on goodness. Technically, the mithril axe is more powerful, but with less accuracy, it doesn't matter. Just like once again in Final Fantasy XI, bring that back up. Accuracy is king, boys. We bought you a pair of gloves. I'd already forgotten what we had just bought. Okay, let's... Oh, there's an equip option I could have used right there in the menu. Whoever designed the HUD for this game is just rolling their eyes screaming. They're just so sad at how I'm representing the game. It's like that time in the first Naked Gun movie when Detective Frank Drebin, as portrayed by Leslie Nielsen, needs a way to get onto the baseball diamond at that game. To find out who's been MK Ultra'd by Ricardo Montalban. And he's pretending to be that opera singer. And he's like, has to sing the national anthem, but of course he's terrible at singing and very unpatriotically doesn't know all the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner. I know, it's horrifying to think, but it's true. There are people like that. He's like doing the worst job, and the poor opera singer that like he tied up and stole his outfit to get on stage is like tied up and gagged in a back room, and the TV is showing the live broadcast of the game, and it's just Frank Drebin up there horribly singing this song while the opera singer's name is on the screen under him. Son, I bet his reputation never recovered from it. This is Luca the Sage. He's the one that predicted we would show up with the crystals and that the king should blow smoke up our ass, son. Build bridge for us. Thanks for the canoe. Boys, I hope the volcano music, the Mount Gullig music is good. Oh wait, we've already heard it. It's the same music that plays in the Earth Cave, isn't it? It wasn't remarkable enough for me to comment on. That's probably a bad sign. Okay. Are we all refreshed? Everyone got their spell charges. Did everyone do a 1 and a 2? Okay. Do we want to go to the volcano like they want us to and deal with all that and fight Carrie the Sage? Or do we want to head straight to the ice cave and make a play for the floater boys and get that airship? That would be more satisfying. So that's what I'm going to do. Honestly, I very rarely go to the volcano straight after getting the canoe. Tell you what, I'll make a compromise. We'll go get the floater and we'll get the airship, but we'll go do the volcano and fight Carrie before we get Castle of Ordeals and go visit Bahamut and tell him about a certain something we've gotten a hold of that makes us true heroes. I won't spoil it for you. But it's the only thing that'll impress Bahamut. Once again, an unnecessary Thundara. And once again, I love it. To quote Leslie Nielsen as Detective Frank Drebin in Naked Gun 2, and a half, I believe is the full name of the movie. After he's been swimming through raw sewage, it makes sense in the movie. He states, "I love it." I'm sure we'll find an excuse to reference Naked Gun 33 and 3rd before the end of the playthrough, don't worry. River monsters hate ice, which is odd because rivers are usually very icy cold, are they not? Why you gotta get poisoned in the canoe? So many levels ups. How's our HP going? The red mage is almost cracked 200. I guess they intentionally made his HP growth smaller to compensate for the fact that he's such a #1 platinum baller at the beginning of the game, boys. Red Mage is that guy that blooms real early. He's like a Bakugo from Baku no Hero Academia. Or as you Bakugaijin Academia know it, My Hero Academia. Bakugo's the spiky-haired guy that's like beyond edgy and hates the main character and constantly tells him to kill himself. You know, I haven't caught up on that. Maybe I should. Is it good still? What was the last thing I watched? Because I haven't read that at all. But I've watched some of them animes. Some of them shonen animes. I believe the kids from Class A1 were trying to put on like a musical to inspire the rest of the school. But then some bandit guy and his like lolly assistant showed up and Deku had to like punch them to death. That's the last thing I remember watching. So, God only knows how far behind I am. My favorite Baku no Hero Academia character, you ask? None other than the edgy emo bird boy son. What is his name? Yami Yugi Fumikage or something like that? I'm sure if you write it out in katakana, it translates. Throw a few Romanji in there. Okay, we're at the ice cave. We're gonna sleep in a tent. Making s'mores. Getting drunk. That's what sleeping in a tent is all about. Speaking of getting drunk, sleeping in a tent, I need another Voodoo Ranger. So give me just a second, y'all. Alright, I've obtained a second Voodoo Ranger. How potent are these things? Something this bitter and hoppy has got to have 9% by volume. So I'll let y'all do that math. It's a 12 fluid ounce, 355 milliliter bottle. Son, y'all tell me whether I'm good to drive this airship once we get to it. Oh wow, 5 Pisco Demons. How will I ever defeat them? I've truly the Warriors of Light have met their end. We gotta be careful because there's a more advanced version of them in this dungeon. They were called sorcerers, I believe, in the original. And they may have death touch. Son, if they were Magic the Gathering cards, you'd be like, God damn it, I can't block that fucking thing now. Just casting spells, swinging swords. The good shit. Boys, they have it in for that Blind Mage. Because they know he could throw out Hailfire. He didn't one-shot with it, though. We've reached that point where a fire one might not be enough to one-shot an undead. I tried to warn him that it was going to come. I was like, you got to diversify, son. That's what the red mage was trying to teach him. He was like, don't put all your eggs in the black magic basket, son. Alright, we're cured up. Oh, they're like more Pisco Demons. That's the secret. You know what we did wrong last time, guys? Not enough Pisco Demons. If we all do 1 damage to the fighter enough times, 401 times he'll die. I say that when the rest of them get shit kicked out of him. I like to think all my boisterous bragging is from the point of view of the fighter, who's like, because he never takes that much damage, he's just talking the most shit on the enemies, daring them to come over and start kicking our ass. And then they just start beating on the thief. and the red mage and the black mage. And all of them are just giving him the dead eye. He's like, guys, just equip your heavy armor and shields. Oh no, white dragons. White dragons respect fire. And by respect fire, I mean they're killed by it. I want to... Okay, good. I'm burning a Firaga on them because they're dangerous, because they can use Blizzard or Ice Storm or some other nonsense. They got 100 fucking names for it. I'm like, all of them are the same. It's like all of Zoolander's different quote-unquote poses. Lord help me, this fucking crowd. Alright, we're going to give him another chance to one-shot with a fire spell. He's like, everyone stand back. I'm throwing a fireball. Here he goes. Whoosh. Damn, how much HP they got? Oh no, one of them lived anyway because I weren't paying attention to anyone but the black mage. And now I look at the top of the party and see the fighter shaking with paralyzed rage. That was a spell you used as a red mage in Final Fantasy XI when you were soloing. You put Paralyze on the foe, and sometimes they'd miss an attack. So that was a big fucking deal, Final Fantasy XI, boys. You were... Oh god, I meant to cast fire with the black mage. We'll be alright. Melee boys know how to take down a dragon. I mean, it's no jumping up in the air with a spear and either plunging with the spear or, more superiorly, throwing the spear down, falling down to the ground, grabbing it, and hopping back into the ranks of the party. But it'll do. Oh no, Ice Storm. Darude couldn't be reached for comment, but I know they were the inspiration behind that attack. And you're done. That's how the pros do it. That's how the warriors alike get this shit done, boys. All burned up indeed. I like to keep my mages somewhat healthy. Now, wealthy and wise is another thing. They got int, but wealthy. Them magic spells are right expensive. This shit's gonna have a flame sword. Flame sword. I don't believe the thief can use a flame sword, but a warrior can. I've got a range. I've got a flame storm. Can you one-shot me? Huh. Now there's a fixed encounter here. Normally, every time you step on it, you fight a bunch of undead. But maybe in like a difficulty balancing, attempt at difficulty balancing, they seem to have placed a little angry, presumably undead NPC. So I'm guessing we beat this once, and then we don't have to redo this fight every time we fall through here, which you have to do multiple times to get all the treasures. Alright, are we ready to fight this undead crowd? About as ready as we fuck can be. He didn't have nothing to say. He just turned around mad. Alright, you two are melee and you two are Firaga. Nobody's getting paralyzed. It's against the rules. If Lord Betty, Master Pain from Kung Pao Enter the Fist shows up and starts dealing out paralyzers, or another paralyzer, I'm not going to be happy. No, the red mage, doesn't matter. Pick the wrong mage to paralyze, idiots. ABU, son. All burned up. Alright, cool. So, what are we going to do to get our HP back? Why is your good spells got to be on the same rank as your fire magic? I intentionally earlier, remember back in Elf Town, I was like, Thundaja is quite useful for aquatic enemies, but Firaga will be much more powerful against undead. Hoo-ha. That's me in the bad English dub of the original of the original Japanese movie that came from. He's got a flame sword. Those are dark wizards. Dark wizards get fire. Honestly, I should have cast Firaga because they can use AoE magic. AoE magic can fuck you up. That'd be me if I taught Defense of the Dark Arts at Hogwarts. Like, hey, we're going to learn about AoEs. They're not good. Monsters in a box. Okay, I believe I know what's happening. I have another one of my crackpot theories. So normally in the original game, every time you walked in this little treasure room, the first tile had a trap encounter against white dragons. So to get both of the items in this room, you had to walk in, fight them, step to the left, open that chest. Ooh, ice armor. Only the fighter could wear such luxurious armor. When we walk in that volcano, boys, ain't gonna be nothing. Well, anyway, I'm guessing they put that fixed encounter right there in that chest so that when we step back on this square, we won't have to fight ice dragons again. Boys, they were looking out for us. I suppose I could spare Akira. You're like, did you just say Akira? I'm like, no. I've done too much fake weeb anime talking and it's ruined your mind. I did this. Son, who taught you to watch subs over dubs? It was you. I learned it from you. I already bought you mithril gloves. That's fine. When I upgrade my thief to a ninja, he will be able to wear them. Good for him. Remoraz. Is that like a Pokemon? Look, Vegeta. A Remoraz. God, remember when all of Dragon Ball Z Abridged that existed was the Saiyan Saga? I do. Son, all you had to do is quote Nappa, son. You were in. Any internet community? Son, you throw a Nappa quote in there, you're done. Top of you'd raise your rank from 2 to 1 on the server, guaranteed. Thundaja, I want to see it. Kill these boys with lightning. Oh no, don't cast death! Oh lord. And stun. You're getting Zeused. Damn straight. Jupiter gonna give it to you, son. Sailor Jupiter. Tommy's favorite Sailor Scout. Try and guess which mine was. Son, it'll shock you. Number 5 will shock you. I'll give you a hint. It wasn't Sailor Jupiter. It's the only hint you're getting. And this is the 5 inner scouts. I don't know shit about Uranus and Saturn and all that nonsense. I'm trying to use my 1 Phoenix down, but I can't stop ranting. That sounded very similar to the Final Fantasy VI Phoenix Down noise. We probably could have heard that if I wasn't ranting and raving quite so much. I'm going to use 2 high potions on my boy. He earned them. That's what this shit's here for, son. You can't use potions in hell. Satan won't allow it. He'll slap them out of your hand. You're like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to restore HP. He's like, you're in hell. Why do you want more HP anyway? Okay. Preemptive strike against specters. Do-do-do-do-do. Inspector these guys. Do-do-do-do-do. I contemplated running away, and then I remembered that I'm the Warriors of Light. All of them, collectively. I'm like, what's his name from Killer 7. All of Final Fantasy is just me sitting in a wheelchair, becoming all of the characters and classes. There's a lot of fucking money in this place. Now, there's a fixed encounter on this tile to our right in the original game. There wasn't this time, which means one of these boxes got monsters in it. Oh no, monsters! I'm so surprised. Winter Wolf. Winter Wolves get Firaga. I believe the Red Mage's Firaga will kill them. Please don't let them all Ice Storm me. You can fight my fighter all day. I don't give a shit. Hell, I'll join you. Just don't hit my mages. Just don't cast Ice Storm. They didn't, and they're fools. Alright, let's see if the Red Mage can one-shot them wolf boys. Yeah. Louis Senpai will hang out with you now, because you can one-shot wolf boys. Don't worry, viewer Chan. I'm also imagining Louis Senpai as a Red Mage, which is real easy to do, because when he dresses up to play Adler in that school play, he's like a cool Red Mage. I'll leave it on one of y'all to do the super professional high-end Photoshop edit of Adler Louis Senpai from Beastars as a red mage. I guess that would make... I was going to say Lugosi would be the fighter, but he'd be more like a monk because he learns martial arts. Apparently in the Beastars universe, because everybody is an animal person, like they just rely on like their claws and their teeth. But Lugosi is like, oh, if I like get swole and train my muscles, they drop 2 ice shields? That's ridiculous. That's like high-end equipment. What the hell is happening? I don't even remember what weird Beastars rant I was just going on because I'm so flabbergasted at what just happened. Alright, well that's another thing that's a little bit, we'll call it simpler about this game. Just a little bit easier. Is the enemies can drop good shit. I don't know if I don't believe the red wizard can equip one, but I know the ninja can, so... A single Remaster. I don't know if you're weak to fire, but you're in the ice cave, which means you probably don't care to be around it, or else you wouldn't be in here. The red mage is going to kill you. It's going to be so satisfying. Boosh. Yes, sir. Everyone's gaining levels. God, what is everyone's like stats? So you've got 23 strength. Nobody can even compare. Well, he's only 4 under you. But the 2 of you have 6 and 8 int, which he dwarfs at 18, but then 33. The thief's very lucky. Just like in Star Fox, when the guy that attaches his big butterfly glider to the train on that one level. Macbeth, I think is the name of the train level. When he goes to unleash it, he goes, "You're very lucky." One of those weird Japanese translated lines. Kind of like the entire script to original Resident Evil. Alright, this turn is going to go so perfect. Nobody's getting killed. Nobody else is getting stunned. Everything's just going to work out. Let's sit back and watch it. I was fully expecting the thief to get killed. I was raring up a classic Tenfey tantrum. TM. Okay. Yes, you need more HP than that to get the hell out of here. Whoosh. We still got to fight the Eye. Not of Sauron, luckily. Let's just run away from enemies for a little bit. Of course, we got ethers, so once again, there's no reason to be so miserly with your magic. Just leave him there. He'll talk it over with him. Man's got a lot of charisma. And they even gave me ether. They're like, cast more spells, idiot. In fact, let's just go ahead and give one to the red mage. Oosh. Oosh. There we go. Everyone's getting ethered. I could probably buy a stack of like 30 of those right now. We could be casting Firagas and Thundagas every battle if we wanted to. It's so satisfying for everyone to have shields. I'm a big proponent of everyone getting a shield. The Black Mage doesn't have one, but we can find the Pro Cape, which I believe is translated or adapted in more modern Final Fantasies as the Elf Cape. Or maybe it's still called the Pro Cape. But anyway, it goes in the shield slot, but mages can equip it. Nice, huh? Finally, a shield item for me. That's Game Phillips' review of the Pro Cape. It's not fair for me to expect y'all to get all this nonsense. I'll give you a hint. I was referencing a JonTron video. Okay. Slap my Black Mage around a little bit. He don't care. He's tough. Got a lot of moxie in his ass, that little fella. Just like, once again, VV Ornator. Son, the patron saint of Black Mages. Every Final Fantasy job class has that one individual that embodies it above all others, and Vivi Orniter is the Black Mage representative. I'll leave it all to amongst yourselves to discuss who the others are. But I'll just go ahead and let you know that the answer for Dragoon is non-negotiable from my point of view. Alright, we gotta fight the Eye. Let's have... He mostly kills you with magic more than he kills you like by beating you to death. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more HP on this crowd. Okay, we got this. We're the Warriors of fucking Light, boys. We ain't scared of no evil Eye. He was a beholder in the original Japanese version, but then they were like, oh, we're gonna get fucking sued. Let's just throw some fire dodges and fun dodges out for fun, if he even lives that long. Zeus don't like you, so you're going to Hades. Now, normally you can farm them things because they are a trap tile in front of the lava stone, aka floater. I paused there so y'all could hear the fanfare and so that Beavis and Butthead could have a few moments to laugh at the term floater. So I'm going to guess that, yeah, it's not a trap tile you could farm anymore. So, there you go. Be real nice to warp out of here, but what can you do? Okay, so we're back here where we would have to fight a bunch of undead. Oh, well, what's the point of that? Do you just not want people to experience trap tiles anymore? Are the kids today so coddled they can't handle a Final Fantasy 1 trap tile? Boys, what is this generation coming to? Someone get me a white Monster Energy to crack open, son. I got to turn my chair around backwards, turn my baseball cap around, and get real with y'all for a second, son. We're going to have to rap about our feelings. Y'all are doing a real bad job of not having that Black Mage murder you. I'm just saying. I believe you could be classified as all burned up. Okay. Oh, we take damage on this ice, by the way. Once again, I'm so powerful that such things are beneath even my notice. I do love that the Black Mage still acts so, like, poiseful when he's going to cast a level 1 magic. It'd be like if you were a level 20 fucking wizard in Dungeons and Dragons and you're like, everybody stand back, lest you be consumed by my powerful arcane magics. And, like, everyone, like, hide behind rocks and shit. Even the enemies are sweating fucking bullets, son. And then you're like, animate rope. I mean, that's real impressive when you all are like level 1 hanging out at the pub. But we're fighting like 7 displacer beasts. I talk a lot about Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm really not that knowledgeable about it. I just think it's a fun, quote-unquote, nerd thing to reference for y'all. I don't know if I've ever played a proper game of it. Every time me and my friends tried to play it throughout the years, we would spend about 6 hours making characters, and then we would try to do one play session, and everyone would be too awkward to like actually try to role play, and then we would never play again for another 2 or 3 years. I feel like that's probably a fairly standard D&D experience. Everyone's getting big heals. Black Mage is like, how come I didn't get a big heal? Fine, you fucking baby. Not even the fighter or the thief got a Firaga. That's how spoiled he is. Wraiths and specters. Wraiths and specters. Go together like Sylvester and Hector's. Hector is the name of the bulldog. As featured in Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. But I'm sure you already knew that. Was he in Space Jam 2? Or was he not in it? Was he cut like a certain French skunk? Hey guys, let's get the horrible, super violent rapist from A Clockwork Orange in this movie. But I don't want that French skunk anywhere near it. If Pepe Le Pew isn't in Space Jam 2, is Penelope Pussycat on Space Jam 2? I won't accept such a grievance, son. Heartbreaking. Keep Lola Bunny, son. Do the meme of Shaquille O'Neal or whoever laying there asleep. And it's like Lola Bunny, I sleep. Penelope Pussycat, presumably in a Space Jam basketball uniform, son, laser eyes. Boosh. That's the onomatopoeia of Zeus killing you with thunder. Alright. God, even the canoe can go diagonally. That don't even make physical sense. How the hell do you go diagonal on a canoe? Okay. Big spells! Big spenders here. Even if they're not weak to thunder, they're weak to a fucking strong magic spell, so I'm going to cast Thundaga anyway. If I had Blizzaga, this crowd wouldn't be spitting mad fire at me. Oh yeah, they didn't enjoy that. God, they did a shitload of damage. Did they change that? Are those things not weak to ice? Or have they always been weak to ice and lightning? We got both kinds of elemental damage. Ice and lightning. That's from my fantasy version of Blues Brothers that I invented during my Dark Souls Remastered The Deprived run, where the Blues Brothers are, once again, D&D characters. And they specialize in fire elemental damage. And when they get to that good old boys club, they're like, what kind of magic spells you cast here? It's like, oh, we got both kinds of elemental spells. Lightning and ice. Wow. Blizzara doesn't get you as far as it used to these days. Alright, everyone attack except you. You cure yourself. I thought for sure that fish was going to kill my red mage. And my hopes and dreams. The thief was dying for it to happen. Remember, he's still the lowest in experience, is he not? Let's see, what's everyone's total experience? 48427, 48810. Oh, the fighter. Oh, that's right, he was petrified for several battles. And you're only 100 past the Black Mage. Son, your days are numbered. So the age of the Red Mage is coming to a close. He's like Lord Gwyn trying to drag that shit out. Trying to trick some Black Mage into sacrificing his soul to kindle the Red Mage flame. It's going to be real nice when I class upgrade that Thief to a Ninja, because he's just having a rough time of it. Of course, we're kind of sequence breaking if you think about it, maybe. You're supposed to, quote-unquote, supposed to go to the volcano, then the ice cave, then the Castle of Ordeals, and then you go from there. But we've been blazing our own trail, son. Okay, that man's got a little bit of HP. Just enough to get him to the boat. The ocean enemies are much more manageable. They never... You fight the same enemies on the ocean the whole game. You never have to worry about that shit changing. Same thing with the rivers. But the river enemies are... I'd say they're high, mid-tier enemies. There you go. This has been my tier list of Final Fantasy enemy groupings. Oh yeah, we don't need to worry about any of this shit because we can just go get the airship now. Now, when it comes to going to the Castle of Ordeals, we'll have options, because if you fly the airship down there, you have to land really far away and walk. But if you take the boat, you can dock much closer at a river, but you have to sail from where we see that little red triangle. We have to go... See the continent in the top right that looks like a hawk? Well, his left wing, from our point of view, the very tip of it is where the Castle of Ordeals is. So we would have to sail basically straight down and to the left a little bit. And we'd be fighting, you know, annoying Aqua... I could have made the map bigger for y'all. Aqua encounters the whole way. I guess we'll just see how we feel. Remember, I promised y'all I would do the volcano first. So I'm a man of my word. A man of the people. So, I finished Kwanzaa Must Die, so you can't say I don't give the people what they want. Okay. I hope I get a fancy cutscene. Son, I mean, that's real nice, but the airship, this is the only time it'll ever land in a desert because it's only supposed to be able to land on grass. So the fact that it raised up and then landed itself somewhere where it's not supposed to be able to land. Hold on. I just noticed there's like an airship jam playing and I'm talking over it. So I'm going to land. Look, there's a little up arrow. Isn't that nice? Sorry, the Voodoo Ranger was attacking me. Okay, let's listen. Not a bad little ditty. The airship feels slower than the original game, but you know, it's still fast, especially compared to, you know, our current movement speed. Anyway, I just remembered the whole thing about wanting to come here and get these damn items to sell. I guess we'll fight one pack of mummies. Son, I'm down to a pack of mummies a day. I'm making progress. Oh, they put them in a box to fight, so we wouldn't have been able to farm them anyway. I guess all of the trap tiles must be gone. You're just going to have to grind the old-fashioned way in Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. Not that you need to, Jesus. I'm very lackadaisically playing through the game. I mean, I know where all the objectives and main treasures and shit are, so that's giving me some advantage, but, like, if you've never played Final Fantasy, and this is you play Pixel Remaster as your first experience with FF1, I don't think you have any problems at all, son. Just make yourself a balanced team, I guess. Don't be like, I'm gonna be cool and use 4 white mages my first playthrough. Yeah. Apparently I'm Squilliam from SpongeBob. It's like all they know is fine dining and healing. I can't wait till E3 gets here this year. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever, I don't even care. There's no reason for you to cast Blizzard. That shit's never going to one-shot them mummies. Just let the black mage handle it. Look, buddy, I appreciate you and your white and black magics and your snazzy outfit and your ability to wield a sword, but sometimes you just got to step back and let a professional wielder of the dark arts get through there. Earlier, I alluded to being the defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts. I wonder what terrible fate would befall me, since something bad always happens to whoever takes that job. Burning up mummies. Oosh. Never before have mummies been quite so humble. There's the power staff. We're going to sell that shit, even if you equipped it. I mean, he'd get attack power, but he'd lose accuracy. Nope, my boy deserves a mithril knife. There was a pair of steel gloves in here, but mithril gloves are better. Do we have didn't we pick up a second pair of them? Yeah, we did. Okay, so we don't need to save those steel gloves for our future ninja. The once and future ninja. Airships are very satisfying. Any Final Fantasy where you can't fly around the world map in an airship is inherently a bad Final Fantasy. I'm not afraid to say it. They hated him because he spoke the truth. Okay, we're gonna sell. I've got 100 of these fucking things. I want to keep one for my ninja. I don't know if the red mage can equip that or not, so let's hang on to it just in case. Future-proof your red mage. This mithril sword. Technically, it would be nice to have one when we class upgrade because the ninja could technically use it, but by that point, we're going to have at least an ice brand, if not another flame sword. So there's really no reason to hang on to these. Or one. It does that weird thing where it counts your stock as also the ones that are equipped. So, inventory, min-maxers hate it. Alright, these fucking things are dead to me. Yeah, the power staff just sells for a lot of money, which is good. Not bad to have a lot of money in Final Fantasy, but still. Alright, I need a solid mess of potions. Excuse me, do you sell potions by the solid mess? I still don't. You should be able to press up and down and jump 10 at a time. Oh, well, it scrolls super fucking fast, but still. I got 99 potions. But either ain't one. How many of these can we buy? I'm just going to do it. I can cast whatever fucking magic I want. Nobody's allowed to tell me I can't cast magic when I got 99 ethers. Just get 10 of them. Antidotes. Antidotes. Eye drops. I don't even know if I need them. I'm going to buy them. Rags to riches, boys. I don't even know if we're going to get muted, but we got Echo Grass. If we get Setzer in our party, it'll help us do the Joker Doom glitch, so it's a good thing to have. I'm going to buy 16 of these. Now, these are genuinely somewhat expensive, but they're worth having. These cure everything. Let's have just one of them, just in case. Okay, this fully restores everybody. A couple of them, a couple of these for when we don't want to use them. Bada bing, bada boom. Shut the hell up. Get me out of this shitty store. I'm going to sleep at the cheap inn and then fly to the big city to buy my spells. By the big city, I of course mean Provoca. Just from its appearance on the world map, Corneria seems like the biggest city. I assume it's like an abstraction. Like, we walk in here, and this is Cornelia, or whatever, and it's got, like, 12 residents and a couple of stores and no houses. But I assume this is supposed to be, like, a little, like I said, a symbolic representation of the actual people and population. That's one thing I really liked in Final Fantasy XII, was when you went back to the main town, Rastaban, was it called? There was like actually a lot of citizenry and stuff. Like, it seemed like an actual city. Alright, we need to come here because I need to learn Temper. I ain't going to fight any more fiends without it. I can't have my melee not doing loads of damage, son. What would the killing floor guy say? What would Phil Swift think? Teach that boy Temper. We could teach him Temper because Null Shock, I believe, is the white magic here that we would want. Let me double check. And I believe Knights, aka Paladins, we'll see what they call them, can learn Null Shock. So, yeah. We'll throw Temper on the Red Mage. Temper increases a party member's attack temporarily for the rest of the current fight. So it's very useful when fighting bosses. We'll be able to temper up our melee. Because unfortunately, we can't really consider the Red Mage, quote-unquote, melee. One last time you have to torment me by going down this random path. My RPG would never have one space-wide areas for NPCs to get hung on. I'm just saying. Alright, where the hell is that volcano? Where's that snake woman? I got to kick her ass. I'm like the opposite of Darling Coon from Monster Musume. I couldn't even make it to the line. Sphinxes, eh? I believe I can kill sphinxes. You could probably just be hit with thunder. He's got the fire brand. It's not going to do much bonus damage against, you know, volcano enemies. But it's still, I don't think it like loses damage from being the element. Oh, by the way, the elemental sword properties in the original NES Final Fantasy don't fucking work. So, don't even pretend they do. Alright, I need this crowd fucking dead quick. Because I assume anything that looks like that can probably turn you into a statue. If it got wings, there's a chance it could petrify you. So don't even give it the opportunity. Alright, there's a bunch of treasures above us that I just don't give a shit about. So we're going to wisely ignore them. The reason I'm so keen to get to the lava squares is even though we're taking damage, whenever we walk across them, you can't get in random encounters. I'd rather take a few HP than have to stop and fight enemies. Ugh. My JRPG's not even going to have enemies in it. That's how you know it's good. We're going to save the Blizzaris for the good fire enemies that deserve them. Okay, I was hoping the two of you could take him down. The thief and the fighter were just watching and waiting to see if you could pull it off, and you did. They're proud of you. Okay. Fire elemental. Summon elemental power. I mean, he can hit my fighter for 39 damage, so he's got something going on. If you do more than 1 damage to the fighter, you're validated. I love walking in lava. It's so satisfying. Just like looking at the polyfish down at the all-night aquarium. Because they're so comical. I probably should start healing my team at this point, shouldn't I? It's just we're steamrolling so bad. Just go into the ice cavern first. I see achievements popping up in the bottom right corner that I can't be bothered to look at. I'm getting the feeling that in this version, maybe the step counter does advance when you're walking across lava. Because it seems like every time we reach solid land, we immediately get in a battle. Is that some sort of counterbalance for the way they've treated trap tiles up to this point? Could be. I guess we might as well use up our cure spells before we start burning through our valuable ass 99 fucking potions. They made it where you could just mash A, boys. That's good shit. Potions no longer have any value. Okay, the ice brand might be up here in the corner if I'm remembering correctly. So that's where we're going to go look for it. He's crowding, particularly resistant to fire, so it'd be a good excuse to use our Firaga charges. Nuked. Nuked and rebuked. Know what I mean? Excuse me, the good items. I hear y'all are near them. So I'm going to have to murder you. Also, don't forget that we bought a shitload of ethers and can just cast whatever the hell we want. Honestly, the red mage shouldn't even be meleeing anymore. It's beneath him at this point. We've gotten too big to fail magically. There we go. Just choose. Whatever is last in your spell list is the correct spell to cast at this point. Oh lord, he didn't take much damage from that Firaga and it still killed him. He felt bad. Loads of money. The ice brand. It's very on ice brand, I find. Alright, you can have that. And you can have the flame sword. Thieves can't equip flame swords. I don't know why. I don't know how I feel about the trap tiles seemingly being gone. Like, a big part of original Final Fantasy is min-maxing your trap tile grinding. Because even in Origins and Dawn of Souls, and presumably the PSP version, they let you do that. I can't remember which shield protects from what. Let's see if they have a description. Guards against fire. Okay, good. So the ice shield protects you from fire. I mean, that makes sense, but then again, you think, well, is a shield made of fire good at blocking fire? You know what I'm saying? I know you crowd are on the same wavelength, son. I ain't even got to explain it. That's why y'all that watch my videos are so cool, son. Because you know what's up. You're like, hey, Tenfey, man, it ain't no thing. Does an ice shield protect from ice or fire, man? That's some deep shit, man. Not since that time you talked about green-headed mallards and sad puppies have my mind been quite so blown, man. That's fucking crazy. I like that you're, according to the canon I've established during this playthrough, you're my kindergarten teacher, apparently. Even ogre mages do 1 damage. You wouldn't expect an ogre to know magic, but I guess that just shows an inherent bias. Something about being real big and beating shit to death with a club doesn't exactly instill the thought of a powerful magic user in my mind, but what do I know? Oh wait, I forgot we can just mash that shit. Boom! I gotta say, I like this change. Even in Origins, you had to like individually use the potion, son. You couldn't just mash go on the potion button. There's other items in these rooms, but who gives a shit? Not us. That's for damn sure. I almost had my red mage melee. How embarrassing. Honestly, with how cheap and overpowered ethers are in this game, when you're doing your playthrough, if you want to have like 1 tank, like a fighter, and then just 3 casters, you'll probably be fine once you pass that threshold where you can just buy all the damn ethers you want. I figure he's weak to ice. Why not cast ice? Why not make him feel like we're trying? If you cast fire or lightning against a fire elemental, they're going to be like, man, you're not even paying attention. It's like when you're showing your friend a cool anime or a funny YouTube video, and he's just on his phone. Figured that would be relatable to you kids. That's when you're trying to show somebody the cool new TikTok, but they're too busy updating their Instagram. There you go, son. You kids are on board now, baby. Should be a fire dragon, or excuse me, a red dragon as they're known in these parts. Some folks calls him fire dragon. I calls him a red dragon. Named him after my favorite Saga Frontier character. Son, could you guess who the vampire from the Earth Cave's favorite Saga Frontier protagonist is? Okay, ice armor probably protects from... Yeah, okay. So unfortunately nobody can wear that yet. See, the main benefit to coming here before the ice cave is getting that armor. Really, because it'll help you against like the ice dragons and such. That would be me if I put a ye old warning sign outside the ice cavern to warn people away. I'm like, ye old ice nonsense within. Get you a ye old fire shield if you're coming in here. He blinked himself. You can't blink away magic, boys. Douche. Alright, we're about to fight Carrie, the Fiend of Fire. So let's everybody get full HP. I ain't even looking. Everybody, I'm using ethers on the thief. Oh, it doesn't let you. Everybody gets full spell charges. Who gives a shit? It's not difficult. That's for damn sure. Oh, Lord. Well, it weren't really a difficult fight, but I'm sure y'all are just as mad as I am that she had to kill the thief one turn, of course, before the red Major Cura. But what can you do? Poor sack of shit. It's a good chance for... Yeah, he's back at the bottom, boys. Son, not since Noah, the thief from TMVA Final Fantasy, have thieves been given such a bad reputation. You give thiefing a bad name. You know, I was going to make that the end of the video and then save right there and start the next session. But I feel like it's more appropriate to end the video after going back to town, resting up, sleeping at the inn. Feels like a more appropriate way to end a good day of adventuring. So, just imagine in real time how long it's taking me to do this particular playthrough is how long it actually took the Warriors of Light to save the world from all this nonsense. So, just a few hours, son. They were done before dinner. The Voodoo Ranger attacked me right here at the inn. And in church, no less. Boys, what's it going to cost to get you go over there and fucking play that organ, son? A little take me out to the ball game. Okay, let's sell off our useless garbage that we found. I'm sure there was some of it. Let's see. Okay, we don't need this extra mithril sword. Oh, wait, we were saving that from... I can't remember what mental gymnastics we went through earlier. This single knife, I guess. Okay, yeah. We'll sell other shit later after we class upgrade and know what is legitimately useless. Alright, let's go to bed. Son, when we wake up in the morning, it's time for a little class upgrading, son. Bahamut ain't gonna know what hit him when we show up at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, son, with a 6-pack and a bag of Funyuns. He's gonna be like, oh, God. I've got to class upgrade this crowd. I got work in the morning. I got dragon shit to do.